I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, Tennessee lawmakers plan to vote on whether to dial back emissions testing requirements across the state. The vote comes after Volkswagen's admission that it had been cheating on such tests. The measure would get rid of testing requirements for vehicles less than 3 years old. Lawmakers are set to vote on the matter when they return in January. A 34-year-old man is dead after a motorcycle crash in McMinn County. Authorities say David L. Moses lost control while driving around a curve. He hit a tree and died at the scene. Moses was wearing a helmet, and authorities do not suspect he was under the influence. Erlanger has settled a lawsuit with its former interim CEO. Charlesetta Woodward Thompson was terminated while on medical leave in 2013. She filed a $25 million lawsuit claiming she was the target of racial remarks, safety threats, and email hacks. Erlanger called her allegations untrue and suggested she was bitter over not getting the permanent CEO job. She'll get $600,000 plus $300,000 for her legal counsel. Tennessee lawmakers plan to hold a legislative hearing in Chattanooga on Volkswagen. Senator Bo Watson says the possibility of taking back incentives for the local plant will be discussed. The hearing is set from 1:30 to 3:30 October 29th at the Department of Education. Meanwhile, Volkswagen's new CEO says the company is reviewing its investments. Matthias Mueller says anything that isn't absolutely vital will be canceled or delayed. One business expert says VW's Chattanooga plant expansion is not so far along that it couldn't be postponed. Volkswagen's proposed downtown visitor center could also be cut or delayed. The 11-year-old boy accused of killing an 8-year-old girl over a puppy has been charged with murder. Benny Tiller allegedly used his dad's shotgun to shoot Michaela Dyer from a window in Jefferson County.
Having to keep a mama away from her baby, being a mama, is really hard. That is the most difficult thing I've ever done. The little boy's mama opened the back door, asked what happened. We all told her. She slammed the door, locked it, and went back in the house, and we never seen her.
Investigators have not yet said if the boy's parents, who were home at the time, will face any charges. A Franklin County man pleaded guilty to trying to set his ex-girlfriend's house on fire. It happened just outside Winchester in 2014. The woman was inside the home at the time. 25-year-old John W. Worley has been sentenced to 15 years in state prison. Apache Mills in Calhoun, Georgia has been fined $50,000. OSHA investigators found 9 safety violations at the floor mat manufacturer. The inspection came after a worker's hand was punctured and injected with fluid from a hydraulic hose. The man was hospitalized. Apache has until October 26th to respond to investigators. A 2-year-old was shot to death in Middle Tennessee. Clarksville police say Joseph Bankston and 22-year-old Brandon Jimenez were both shot at a home. Jimenez is in critical condition at Vanderbilt Medical Center. Police are still searching for the suspect. A motive for the shooting has not been released. A resolution asking God to spare Blount County from his wrath over same-sex marriage has died in committee. The sponsor, County Commissioner Karen Miller, says she will likely attempt to resubmit it for a future meeting. The family of a woman who died after laundering her husband's clothes has been awarded millions of dollars. Barbara Bobo's husband died in 1997 after working with asbestos in TVA's Browns Ferry nuclear plant. She laundered his clothes for more than 2 decades. Bobo died in 2012 after being diagnosed with a rare lung disease caused by asbestos exposure. Now a federal judge has awarded $3.5 million to her daughters. The Chattanooga Mocs player who drunkenly showed a gun to police during his arrest is back on the football team. Last month, Ventrell McMillian allegedly took a loaded gun out of his pocket while being arrested for public intoxication. Police say they do not believe he meant to harm officers. Head coach Russ Huseman says McMillian's suspension has been lifted and he will play Saturday against Furman. Finally, Lauren Elena has been voted the hottest bachelorette in country music. The vote was announced in the latest issue of Nash Country Weekly magazine. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a high near 82 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 60. That's it for today's news. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news at timesfreepress.com.